Today I shall mostly be planting cabbages. I can't remember when it was, a few months ago I planted some cabbage plants in here. Forgot to cover them, never got round to it, and of course the pigeons have been in and munched the lot. Luckily I had some spares in the greenhouse. They were from exactly the same batch. They were just left over. They've been sat in the greenhouse ever since. They've been doing really well, so I thought what I'll do is I'll get them out of the greenhouse and replace the munched cabbages with the good cabbages. At this time I'm going to cover them. Also the same with the sprouting broccoli. So if I zoom in, there we go. So I've got some sprouting broccoli, purple sprouting broccoli there. Exactly the same thing happened in that bed there. Pigeons munched a lot, so I'm going to do the same. I've got some hoops. I'm going to uncover the purple sprouting broccoli over there, because I think it's big enough now to survive any pickings from the pheasants and the pigeons, and pop it down here. So that's the plan for now, and it's just started really clouding up. It was a beautiful morning this morning. I took Rhea horse riding, and it was gorgeous. It was sunny, it was chilly, but it was sunny. I thought that'd be a lovely day, but it's clouded over, so threatening maybe a bit of rain. So get this done pretty quickly and then see what the weather's doing. First things first, cup of coffee. Lovely. So at the first row in, using my trusty hori knife, although it's pretty gross at the moment, covered in compost. So this was a bed I created back in the summer, and so it's not been here for long. Covered in compost. There's a big thick layer of mushroom compost, this one. If you check out one of my earlier videos, it shows you the creation of this one. Thick layer of mushroom compost, and yeah, all good to go. So I'll crack on with the second row. So I've got the hoops in, so the cabbages are in. I think there's 18 plants there. They're a spring cabbage, Durham Early I think is the variety. So I'm just going to cover these up now to hopefully at least stop the hungry pigeons. So that's it. Cabbages under cover, so hopefully they'll grow. I mean, it's probably a bit late to getting them in now. They should have been in the ground a lot earlier than this, before Christmas. But they're growing in pots in the greenhouse. They're not going to do anything in there, so they might as well go into the ground. And if they don't do anything in here, well, then I've lost nothing really. But there's always a fighting chance they might do something. It's quite mild at the moment, so hopefully they'll get a bit of a growth on in here. So now it's time for the purple sprouting broccoli. So there's 15 plants here. So exactly the same process as with the cabbage. Just pop them in and then net them, hopefully just to stop the pigeons. I mean, it's not going to stop things like slugs, rats, moles, etc, but it will stop the pigeons. I've just uncovered an earlier planting of sprouting broccoli. Although they're not sprouting yet, the plants are not doing too badly. There's a few sort of slug holes, but pigeons haven't got in and eaten them, so give these a bit of a fighting chance and hopefully they won't be quite as tempting. So I've got my little helper with me this afternoon, briefly come out, so she's going to just help me pop the cover on over the sprouting broccoli. So that's all on now, that's all in the piping. We're just going to cover it again. Like I said, it's just a case of keeping the pigeons off. So there we go. So the cabbage covered and the sprouting broccoli covered. Just got to tidy up the pots. So yeah, hopefully that will see them and give them a bit of a fighting chance. Rhea going to get me some more bricks just to hold down the middle. So if you can put one there for me, don't throw it because you'll break it. Just pop it on the fleece. That's it, don't put it too, that's it. There you go, put one on the other side. Perfect. Thank you. while we've been working in the garden, we got some visitors. So we're surrounded by fields, and this afternoon, or actually earlier this morning, the cows were put into the field, which is not usual for this time of year. They're usually away, but maybe because it's mild they've put them in the field. But they're always nice to see them right next to where you're working, because there's the cows.
Moo.
And there's where we've been working.
Hello.
So we got Rhea shoveling wood chip into the wheelbarrow. So we've tidied up a couple of the beds here, and there's a wood chip path in there which is a bit kind of gone a bit muddy, so we're going to just replace the wood chip there with what we've got in left over. So there's not much left from this pile. This is what I got from the tree surgeons out the front back in the summer. So I've used quite a lot of it. There was quite a lot there, so I've used a fair bit, and it's now got down to the end. So Rhea's just shoveling it for me using her muscles. So Rhea, what are you doing now?
We're emptying mush and compost onto the bed that we just redid and raked.
Cool. Is it heavy?
Very heavy.
Well done.
So, Daddy, what are you doing?
So Rhea put the compost on. So what I'm doing now is just raking it out to make a nice fresh bed, which we'll let settle, and it'll be ready to plant in the spring.
Cool.
So what are you doing, Rhea?
Raking this bed.
Okay, so that was a very quick video today, just to show you my cabbages and sprouting broccoli. I've just been and cleaned the chickens out, and the heavens have opened, so it's now chucking it down. I think there's a bit of hail in there, so I'll quickly dive back into the greenhouse on the way back to the house. It is absolutely chucking it down. Let me just swing the camera around and see if you can see. You can see it on the greenhouse. There's definitely some hail there. So I've come in, where is it? Oh, here I am. So I've come in and I've harvested a couple of celeriac. They're not the biggest ones in the world, but they're quite nice looking ones, and a bunch of kale that we'll have for our dinner tonight. So I'm just going to clean those celeriac up, and then hopefully it will have eased up by the time I head back to the house. So I'm going to sign off now, say goodbye, and I will see you guys again very, very soon.